Okay, so I really like this question, and I'm going to do a two-part in case you don't want to listen to me about my experience. So this one is really just going to be about what it's like coming out of school and how to get a job once you come out of nail school. So I'm going to tell you the secret, okay? So the secret is it's very different from corporate. So a lot of people, when they think of getting a job, they think of, the traditional way of getting a job. You have to have experience in order to get a job. But the beautiful thing about nails is when you work in a nail salon, I think a lot of nail salons acknowledge that people are going to come fresh out of nail school, so they're not going to have experience. And I actually think they prefer it that way. And the reason why I think they prefer it that way is because when you don't have experience prior coming in, it's easier to train you in the way they want you to do nails versus you kind of coming in with your own idea of how you want to do nails. And not saying that that's bad by any means. When you're an experienced nail tech, the only difference it's really going to make is you're going to take clients a lot faster than if you were someone who's fresh out of nail school. When you're fresh out of nail school, they're probably going to have you do a training for a little bit. So the training period can be even from like a few days to like a month, depending on how much training you actually need. And from my experience, they kind of determine your training period by your hands-on part of the interview, where they kind of watch you work to see what you need to work on and what you're good at. Both salons I worked at, I had this. So that's just a way for them to kind of see where you are. But I also want to let you know, though, it's okay to turn down a job at a salon even after you get offered if you realize you're not a good fit. Because the reality of it is the salon you're working at, you're going to be there for a while, and really think about, are they going to offer the things you want to really learn on? Are they going to offer things you want to focus on? For example, I worked at salons that focus mainly on manicures, so I never really got good at doing acrylics outside of when I did it at my house and for friends and family. And the first one I worked at didn't focus on nail art, while the second one I worked at did. So really just look at what you want and what you really want to get good at, because if you want to get good at doing cuticle work, maybe look at a salon that does more cuticle work or is known for their cuticle work. If you want to get really good at polishing, look at a salon that's really good for the polishing, and really just keep those things in mind. Another thing to really think about is the salon you're working at and the atmosphere they have. So a really good example of this is I worked at my very first salon. They were more of a high-end salon, and we had a young girl who came to train for hair, and she had half and half colored, bright colored hair. She looked pretty much like a really cute anime character. I loved her. She was so cute. But her aesthetic was very different than the salon, and she ended up not staying very long just because she personally just felt like she didn't fit in, with the fact that she just kind of stuck out like a sore thumb. I mean, does that really make a difference? No, if your style is just different than the salon you're at, but it might impact your mental health after a while. So really just look at a salon that fits you as a person, because I think that's going to make a really big difference. Hopefully this helps, and I'll make a part 2 to what my experience was in a salon. Okay, bye.